Hey there, so this is an official invitation to my channel. My name is Essie the Beekeeper, and this is basically a video on how I started my beekeeping journey. And yeah, so basically, beekeeping is not something that I envisioned that I'll pursue in my earlier years. It's not something the same way someone says, oh, I'll be a doctor, I'll be a nurse. It's not the same way I envisioned beekeeping. It came as a form of self-discovery. So for context is my academic background, I pursued a bachelor's degree in food nutrition and dietetics. And during our industrial attachment, we were required to go to a hospital for 3 months, then another area for another 3 months. So after finishing all my coursework in fourth year, I decided to go to hospital for my 3 months of industrial attachment. Then after I finished, I had the option of going back to another hospital and doing it, but I just wanted to challenge myself and get out of my comfort zone because in nutrition there are different specializations. The same way there are different specializations in other careers, same applies to nutrition. So there's a clinical nutritionist, there's a public health nutritionist, there's a food science nutritionist, and so forth. So I wanted to explore other sides of nutrition because most of our coursework, not most of it, but most emphasis was on clinical nutrition, and I already had like a solid background in it. So I decided to pursue public health nutrition at the Ministry of Health, and I stayed there for a year. I applied, then I renewed it again and applied for volunteership. It was a nice experience. So I got to know the policy side of nutrition because there were different programs that I was exposed to, and I really enjoyed it. So fast forward to 2024, I had applied for a public service internship program, and I got in. Then I was posted at Livestock, the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, and I was placed under National Beekeeping Institute. So it was a very special moment for me because this was another area I was exploring. At the same time, it was challenging because I had never explored food science, nutrition. So I was posted at the National Beekeeping Institute, and I was mostly in the Department of Quality Control, which is in line with my career. But when I got there, I sort of enjoyed it. I had mentors there who guided me, who helped me navigate everything, and I enjoyed it. And backstory, previously, before I was interning at this place, my dad already set up hives in our rural home like 2 years before I got my internship. So when I went there, I had a goal because I wanted to learn more. So I was mentored by certain supervisors on everything related to apiculture. And with time, I got more confident. I also did my research, and I also had my bee suit, so I'd go with my supervisor to the apiary. He would teach me things, and once in a while, I'd go and visit some people who had hives and learn from them. And also, I'd learn from my apiary back in our rural home. And I got so intrigued, and also, I was sort of elevated to an intern lecturer. So basically, in the institute, we used to do a lot of trainings, capacity building, especially to farmers and value chain actors in the apiculture industry. So we had these trainings after every 1 month. So I was also a trainer there. I had so many students. I interacted with students from all walks of life, from students in primary, high school, students in the university level, and even adult students who just wanted to learn beekeeping for their business or for personal preferences. So I really enjoyed this journey of beekeeping, and it was so personal to me. It's like finally I found what I had been looking for. I found what I really valued. So it was an interesting journey, and some of the highlights were um, interacting with various farmers, learning all sorts of things in the field of apiculture, and also participating in the development of the certificate in apiculture curriculum, which was rolling out in that year that I was there. And I had the privilege of meeting so many people in the industry because it was sort of a unified activity, and we were meeting everyone in the apiculture industry because they had to put their insights in developing this curriculum. So I had the opportunity of interacting with people in the apiculture industry, whether it's entrepreneurs and so forth, and it was a very refreshing and very enlightening experience for me. And I learned everything, and I'm still learning, but I used to take my time in my office doing some research on certain things. Even I had some students and farmers who challenged me beyond my comfort zone, and I had the privilege of visiting various farms in different parts of the country, including Naivasha. I also visited Naivasha. I also went to Oloitoktok and so forth. And this was a huge challenge, but at the same time, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed beekeeping, and once in a while, I'd go to my rural my rural place, and go check in on the bees, and also inspect if there are any pests or predators, and harvest. So my interest continued growing as I was learning also, but unfortunately, my contract was for a year and it was non-renewable. So I just had to say bye to the institute, but I really enjoyed and learnt a lot from there, and told myself that this is not the end, this is just the beginning, and an opportunity for me to spread my wings. And beyond there, I told myself I would challenge myself to content creation in beekeeping because it's something I really enjoy, and I got a lot of skills there, a lot of skills and knowledge, particularly in value addition, in colony management, apiary management, pests and predators, and so there's so many aspects, bee biology, and so forth. There's so many aspects of beekeeping that I learned, and I am practicing it. So stay tuned for beekeeping content. I'll be documenting my journey here, some of the things I've learned, so that any person who is in this journey or starting, so that you can get some tips and tricks along the way to help your beekeeping journey to become seamless. And yes, I'll be documenting my beekeeping journey, my visits to the apiary, key lessons here, some snippets of knowledge on how to manage your apiary, and so forth. So stay tuned, and feel free to ask anything. Feel free to share any insights or recommendations on what you want to see in this channel. And this is a leap of faith. I am also on TikTok, but this year I decided to challenge myself on YouTube. So thank you and stay tuned. And remember, this is Essie the Beekeeper.